Hello, this is Montessa, your instructional designer at Treasure Valley Community College. And I want to go over, in this one, why we would want to use modules as our main course navigation and how to set up modules. So I'm going to choose a course. And then I'm going to click on the Modules tab. So modules are a way to organize your information in Canvas. You can think of the big gray overall boxes as kind of similar to your file system in Blackboard. So if we can look how Nyla has organized this course, we have a Get Started here, and we have a Module 1, and she has broken it out by weeks. And then she's done a little indentation to show M1 learning objectives, that these assignments and trainings and cards all fit under that learning objective. And then we can see at the end of the module is here's the test, the assessment for all the learning that's ahead. So it's pretty clear to students what they need to do. As you can see, she has some published and some unpublished assignments in here. So the game list is not published, and the balance sheet and the FTP report. So maybe she's taught different versions of this class. Maybe if there's time, or depending how they're progressing, she's going to turn on or off these assignments. Maybe she just has alternatives. In the fall, she does one type of activity that works better, is Halloween themed, and then she has other activities in here that are maybe spring themed. And so there might be several reasons why you want to publish or unpublish an assignment, but go ahead and leave it in your modules list. If you want the students to walk through in a certain order on a certain timeline, you may leave things unpublished until they're ready to be viewed. If they're unpublished, the students cannot view them. So you might want to only leave the Get Started here as published, and you might turn off or unpublish everything else. So you can unpublish by a full module or each individual piece of that module. So you probably have some structure that's been brought into Blackboard if you are transferring a course. And you might, if you scroll down in modules, you might have a whole bunch of extra ones down at the bottom that you might not want. And it is okay to delete those and to clean up your course. Blackboard to Canvas. Canvas saw these file folders. They decided to make a category for them. Many of them are going to be open or empty. Okay, so let's see how we would add a new module. So if we choose this plus module here, or there's also a plus down here. So plus module lets us create a new category. I'm going to call this a practice. You have the option to lock until. So this could also be how you allow students to step through your course, that maybe, this one gets locked till after Thanksgiving. You can change the date here of when you want to lock and unlock that course. So this one's going to be locked until today at this time. That's probably not the best lock because it's immediately going to go away. Let me pick a different date. So maybe we don't want them to access it till Friday at the end of this thing. So we can put there. Depending on some of your settings that you have, you may be able to add prerequisites. So these are things that need to be done before this module will unlock for the student. So if we click on that, then basically we can choose any of the other modules. So let's say we want them to finish module 2 before they access this module. So that kind of controls the stepping through. I believe you have to have your mastery gradebook or your mastery settings turned on to be able to see these prerequisites. I'm still working on figuring that out. Okay, and then we would click Add Module to add it. So now we have a new module, and I believe they come in clear at the bottom. So here's my practice module. So you can see it shows the prerequisite and the date range. And so it's currently leaving this as unpublished. And then we add things underneath the module. So we click the plus button, and we can add an assignment. We can add a quiz, a file, a page, a discussion, just a text header, an external URL, or an external tool. So basically anything can be added for them. Let's say we wanted to add a page to practice, and I could go through here and pick a page. Maybe we want academic honesty to be the page. We can choose to indent or not indent, and once again, that's just kind of a structure thing. And we could add the item. When we add it, there it shows up. Okay, and maybe we want to add another item. This time I want to add a quiz. So you can choose from things that are already built, or at this point go and build them. So if I wanted a new quiz, I could select new quiz, but I'm just going to say that we're going to take this module 3 test. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to my module. Okay. So let's say, well, maybe I want you to take the module 3 test before we do academic honesty. If you grab the little bar, you can reorder. Gives you a chance to reorder. This is where you would publish and unpublish. So that's whether the students can see it or not. There's a few other options. You can duplicate, move, remove, edit. And then this share to commons is you're actually putting this whole activity out on a shared resource where other community colleges can pick it up and use it. So that's a kind of an advanced thing if you're wanting to do that. Okay, so that is how you create a module and how you reorganize the items within your module. Oh, to get the indent, if you do want the indent, that is a increase indent. Or then you can put it back out. So it only moves once. You can't, do a hierarchy of 3 or 4 in. So that's all of your indentations. So this is how you would create your modules. And once again, this is really how Canvas wants students to step through their courses. And I think it's a great idea not to have to click around and go to different pages. So it's very linear, very structured. Another thing I like, let's say we're in textbook information. I don't have to come back to that module page. At the bottom of this textbook information, if you see the next, this is going to take me the next thing in the modules. And there's also a previous, so I could step 1 back. So students don't have to come out of here, click on the modules page and figure out where they were. They can just scroll through the content by going next, next. Even after a quiz or a test, there's still a next button to get to the next section of the module. So that makes navigation really easy and straightforward for our students. So if you have any questions on modules or maybe how to take this course that's come over for Blackboard and how do I fix it into this module system so it's really clear for the students, that's definitely something I can help you with. Just give me a call or send me an email.